Okay, so it is about 6:45 in the morning. I just woke up for work, and today is the first day I'm going to be taking my Wellbutrin to quit smoking. So currently I'm doing about 11 cigarettes a day, but my quit date is November 1st, so by then I do want to be smoking nothing. Here is my pill, and I take one of these every day for the next 3 days, and then I take 2 a day. So today's day 1, and if you don't know, they can give you medication. They can give you Wellbutrin, which is an antidepressant, but it actually, they use it to treat smokers to quit smoking. I don't know if it's really used to treat depression anymore, but I'm taking it to quit smoking. There's also Chantix, which I decided not to take. So we're gonna go with this.
During the highest tide, while the water is
So before I took my pill, I smoked a cigarette because I knew I was probably not gonna want one. So just smoked one, took this pill, and today's day 1. So I guess see how this goes. So I also just wanted to mention, in addition to my medication that I've been taking, or that I'm starting to take, they gave me nicotine lozenges. They're mint flavored, and basically each one of these is 2 milligrams, and you just let it sit on your tongue and melt, and it's basically almost like the gum or the patch, but the lozenges you don't hear about a lot, so I'm gonna try those. However, I'm not going to start trying them until like day 3 of this stuff, because I have to take 1 tablet once a day for 3 days. And so I'm probably going to still be smoking those 3 days, and then after that is when I'm really gonna try and start cutting my cigarette intake down and really start to try and quit. So that's when I will, that's when I'll probably start using these. So yeah, I'm getting ready to head to work for the day, and yeah, so I'm kind of craving a cigarette right now. I had 2 this morning as opposed to the 1 that I have been smoking the past 2 days. The past 2 days I have been like doing laundry or doing dishes, just to kind of occupy myself until I eat breakfast. And then after breakfast I would go smoke my 1 cigarette. But this morning I smoked 2 because I smoked my first one before I had my pill, just because I was pretty sure I wasn't gonna want one after I ate, but I did, so I smoked another one. I'm kind of craving right now. Yeah, so I don't expect it to be the pill to really kick in and start working for the next 2 to 3 days, just until my body gets used to it being in there. So yeah, anyways, but headed off to work, and I will vlog the next time I smoke a cigarette, or when I crave again. So I am on my way to work now, and one of my, I guess, vices or real problems is I like to smoke while I'm driving. So this is going to be one of the hardest cigarettes to give up, is my one to work, on the way to work in the morning. But like I said, right now, I'm not actively trying to quit because, like I said, I want the medicine to kind of kick in first. So after 3 days, I'm probably actually really going to stop, trying to cut more down. But right now, my goal is just to stick to 11 a day. That's down from 18 that I was smoking. So that's a small victory for me. So this whole week, my goal was to be 11 or less. Yesterday, I smoked 10. The day before, I smoked 9. So that was pretty good. But anyways, this cigarette that I'm smoking right now is the 1 cigarette that is going to be really hard for me to get rid of. I have to smoke while I'm driving. So that is going to be one of the hardest habits to break. So I'm on my way to the bank for work to drop off the deposit. And I'm vlogging right now because this is a trigger for me. So when I'm driving, I have certain times of the day and also certain areas of the town that are triggers for me, which I'll explain about the areas of the town later. But for the times of the day, this particular time I have gotten better about, and I've gotten better about not smoking. But it used to be kind of a trigger for me because it is a trigger for me because I used to smoke one cigarette on the way to the bank, which is about 5 or 10 minutes away. And then I'd sit in line at the bank for about 20, 25 minutes, and then I'd smoke on the way back. Or I'd do one or the other. So right now, I am craving a little bit. It's not a horrible craving. I do have gum. I'm not going to give in to my craving. Because if I do, then I can't have a cigarette later when I really want one, because I can only smoke so many a day. So if I have one now, then I have to cut one out later. And I really don't want to do that, because this cigarette here isn't that important to me, because I have another one at 9:45. 9:45 every morning, I go out before the store opens, and I go smoke my cigarette. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll keep you updated. Okay, so it is about 10:40 right now. I am at work, as you can see. And I'm having a little bit of a craving right now. It's not too bad. So I won't have my next cigarette until 1 o'clock at my break. I have a 1-hour break. So normally the mornings really aren't too bad with cravings. My cravings actually kind of come after my break towards like 3 o'clock. So I will update you then. So it is 1 o'clock. It's break time and my food is in the microwave. And normally I go outside and I smoke a cigarette, and then I come back in, I eat my food, I go smoke another cigarette. And then towards the end of my 1-hour break, I smoke another cigarette right before I go back. So today I am going to wait and eat my food first, and then smoke maybe half a cigarette. I'm gonna try. I may smoke a full one. And then I'm going to try to not smoke for the rest of my break. Or I'll smoke my half a cigarette. So I just finished eating my lunch and I went out and smoked a cigarette. My plan was to smoke half of one, but I ended up smoking a full one, mainly because I was distracted. I was actually editing my vlog for today, and I got kind of distracted and just smoked the whole thing. Didn't even realize it, didn't even get to enjoy it. My mind right now is in addiction mode, if that makes any sense, because I'm thinking right now that I have to have a cigarette right now, otherwise I'm not going to have one until 5 o'clock. And realistically, I mean, I'll be fine. That's only, 3 hours away. I can wait. But I always have one right before I go back for my break, because I know I won't have one until 5. And so I'm really, really craving a cigarette right now. And I think I might smoke a half of one, because at least it's not a full one. I'm getting less tobacco still if I smoke a half. I really, really want one. Really, really bad. The addiction's kind of taking over my brain right now, because I know that if I don't smoke one now, I'm not going to be able to have one for the next 3 hours. Which really isn't that long, but when you have one pretty much almost every hour, it's kind of rough. And I guess my cravings are worse in the afternoons. And so after my break, there's somebody with me. The closing manager has come in, and I know that it would be fine for me to just walk away and smoke a cigarette, because somebody's there to cover the store. Obviously when I'm there alone, there's no coverage. I have no choice. I can't just go smoke a cigarette. But because somebody's here, it's so easy for me to just walk out the back door and go smoke one. Today I'm going to try and cut out my 3 o'clock cigarette that I normally have. And normally at 3 o'clock my internal nicotine alarm goes off and tells me that I have to have a cigarette. And I'm really hoping to ignore it today and just keep myself busy, keep my mind off of it. I think I am going to give in to my craving right now and go smoke a cigarette. Even though I just had one like half hour ago. And I'm disappointed in myself, but I don't like this anxious feeling that I'm getting right now. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and cut out my one at 3 o'clock. I don't need it. That one I can do without. So I guess we'll start cutting out the easy ones first, and as this medicine starts to take effect and I start to cut more out, we'll start cutting the harder and harder ones. So I smoked half a cigarette, but I didn't save the other half. I threw it out. Not proud of myself. That was something I really wanted to accomplish today, was to only smoke one on my break. Smoked 1.5, so I guess it's not horrible. It's time for me to go back to work now. I'm going to try and cut my 3 o'clock cigarette out today. That's my goal. But gotta spray myself so I don't smell like smoke. Another reason to quit. Tired of smelling like cigarettes. I'm tired of all my clothes smelling like cigarettes. Tired of, even before I was trying to quit smoking, having to chew gum so that my breath didn't smell like cigarettes. I'll probably vlog again at 3 o'clock because I'm sure I'll have a very strong craving that hits. I'll vlog that. So it's 3 o'clock. I'm taking trash out. And normally this would give me an excuse to come smoke a cigarette. And so like I would always say, oh yeah, I'll take the trash out, or I'll take the cardboard out, or whatever, so that I could come outside and smoke a cigarette at the same time. So me even taking this out is kind of a little bit of a trigger. But I'm okay. I'm not craving like I was on my break. And I think if I just go in and keep myself busy, I'll be fine. It is 4:37 right now, and the key holder comes back at 4:45. I'm supposed to stay till 5, but I keep making excuses in my head as to why I need to leave at 5:45, or 4:45 I mean. And I'm just a little rattled right now because I didn't take that 3 o'clock cigarette. And I'm very antsy because I know that I get one at 5 o'clock. So, just feels like time's going by really slow right now. And I'm just really anxious, really antsy. I think this medicine is definitely helping with the panicky feeling I get when I don't have a cigarette. So I don't feel so much panicked, but I do feel just very antsy. I just want to go outside and smoke. I'm not going to. I can't. I only have 20 minutes left. I can do it. I just want to sneak back here real quick and make a vlog. It's bad right now, so let me see if I can last 20 minutes. It's 5:05, and I haven't had a cigarette since 1:50. Doesn't sound like a lot of time, but small victory. And around 4-ish, 3:30, 4 o'clock, I got a little antsy. Really wanted to go out and have one, but I didn't give in. I didn't go smoke my cigarette. And so now at 5 o'clock, I've had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 cigarettes today. That's it. Normally I probably would have had at least 10 by now. That being said, I'm about to smoke one. Headed home from work. So I just had my after dinner cigarette. That's a pretty important one to me. So far today I've had 7.5 cigarettes. I plan on not having another one until about 8 o'clock. And then after that, probably one before bedtime. So if I stay on that schedule, then we will come in at 9.5 cigarettes today, which is pretty decent. So, time for my 8 o'clock cigarette. It's another reason why I want to quit. There's so many bugs out here, and I'm tired of getting bit by mosquitoes when I want to go out and smoke a cigarette. So it's the end of the day. I'm in bed. It's probably about 10:30, and I smoked a cigarette at 10. And that was my before bed cigarette. So we are done smoking for the day. So I only smoked 9.5 today. I stayed on track with what I wanted to do. And I have 2 goals for tomorrow. The first being I'd like to cut out that extra half a cigarette I smoked today and just try to do just one on my break. The second one's going to be kind of hard to cut out because I do have an hour break, but I'm thinking maybe taking a walk around the mall or, you know, getting some like crossword puzzles or something to kind of distract myself. And the second goal being to try to smoke just when I want a cigarette and not when I feel like I should just go have one. And by that I mean, you know, I have my cigarette after dinner, 8 o'clock, and then right before I go to bed. I felt like a couple of those, probably like my 8 o'clock cigarette, I probably could have gone without. But I just did it. You know, I smoked it because that's when I always smoke a cigarette. It was kind of one of those like, yeah, why not? Like, I'll take one. So my goal tomorrow is to recognize the difference between a craving and just smoking one just because, if that makes any sense. I am going to get some sleep because it's been kind of a mentally and physically exhausting day. Tomorrow's going to be kind of weird because I do close. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how many cigarettes I am smoking during the day when I'm not at work, because that's something that I don't generally keep track of. I just kind of guesstimate. And so everything, all the times and everything are kind of switched. So, you know, my break is later. And anyways, I'll get into that tomorrow. But thank you for watching day 1 of my vlog. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all my vlogs from here on out. And kind of come along with me on my quit smoking journey. So thank you so much. Night.